This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerisia.
And I'm your host who thinks the Venmoverse is in a lot of trouble, Davis Bates.
This episode, we're going to be talking about Madam Web, the absolute nail in the coffin of Marvel, and how we're out of the worst month ever. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
We didn't see Madam Web.
I'm not going to either. Maybe when it gets Disney Plus, because I still have a subscription to that, because I want Hulu, but...
So the only way I would see Madam Web if this podcast was much bigger.
Yeah.
If this podcast was like huge, then I'm like, hey, we don't have jobs, we just have the podcast.
Yeah.
We should go see it so we can laugh at it. And then
actually spend money at a theater.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way I would have saw it. So we get more viewers, we can actually
There you go, guys. Yeah, sure, yeah.
But we didn't see it, and we're still going to talk about it anyways because it looks so stupid.
Yes. And I think at this point, if you've been online at all in the last, how long was that? Like a week, 2 weeks, something like that? If you've been online at all, I'm pretty sure you know the gist of the movie because people have just been shitting on it left and right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we watched a 7-minute YouTube video of doing research on this thing, and I feel like I know the entirety of the movie.
Yes, that it was by The Critical Drinker.
Yes,
that was a great review. That movie looks. I don't know what Marvel's doing.
This was Sony things, I believe.
I know, but Marvel, is part of it.
I know, yeah.
This was that classic, I think you actually have used this argument in the past.
Probably.
When you're like, not every Marvel movie is good, and you're like, that was like Spider-Man 3, and you're like, that's Sony. It's like Marvel has their hand involved in this.
Probably. I could see that happening.
All I know is it seems like Sony is like, Spider-Man, we're gonna do you good for like one or two, and then it was like.
I think they're just trying to keep I think they have to put a movie out every couple of years. I don't know if this is real. They have to put a movie out every couple of years with Spider-Man-esque stuff. To keep Spider-Man's rights.
It's like, but so far, what is it? So Morbius came out after No Way Home, Far From Home, No Way Home.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, then they're on a bad streak.
Yes. I mean, yeah, they are.
But it was just like, first of all, I've never seen a movie already do so bad before it even touched the theater.
That's true. Yeah.
I've never seen a movie like by $100 million, like a multi-million dollar movie do so bad.
Yep. What the main actress wasn't she already pretty much she was ready to hit the escape pod for the movie even came out?
Yeah, she was just like.
I feel bad for her. Good for her for calling the movie out first off.
Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, pulling old Halle Berry there.
Did Halle Berry do that?
I'm pretty sure she called Catwoman the biggest piece of shit ever. Or so I think she said she needed a big piece of shit in her career, and she thanked the director for it. I think that was a thing.
I like how this director.
Someone fact checked me on that one.
I like how this director of this Marvel. This is the only movie of this movie is the only movie she ever directed.
Have you looked up the other movies she directed?
No.
Or shows, I guess she directed technically.
No.
One's called Toast. It sounded weird. I don't know what it was about. It was some weird.
I feel like I heard of that.
It was some weird thing where this dad gets this Mary gets a new wife, and then she's the stepmom to the kid, but they're warring for the dad's affection. It's really weird. That's the synopsis I read. That is a synopsis on Wikipedia. And then the other one is called Mistresses. Ooh. And it's this show pretty much about women just doing bad things. They're just sleeping around like crazy.
Ugh.
One girl's cheating on her husband. One's having a bunch of different affairs.
Ugh.
There's one weird storyline that I don't know why this was in there, but apparently
did you get on this?
There's one paragraph of Wikipedia.
You took a Wikipedia dive.
One paragraph of Wikipedia. These are the synopses for these shows or movies or whatever. Man. One lady apparently she lost her husband in 9/11. She has 2 kids and she thinks her husband might not be dead. So they put mystery in it. It sounds like these things that she made were the biggest artsy, contrived, nonsense, woke bullcrap ever.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Yeah, it literally just looking at them and it's oh man. And you got picked to make Madam Web. This is why it's bad. This makes sense why it's bad.
Yeah,
you and your crack team of writers.
Yeah, it makes sense why it's absolutely terrible.
I can't believe she had a Game of Thrones thing that was so bad they had to implode the show.
Yeah, that's what that guy. I had to do more research on that one, but
it's on our wiki page.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's unaired Game of Thrones show.
Wasn't it called Blood Moon or some shit? Which is
I can't imagine that was.
But this movie, I was surprised. Well, she will direct a movie again, knowing how Hollywood works. But this movie looks like watching the 7-minute thing. Anyone that saw it, seriously. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Anyone who's went to see it comically, I'm now watching the plot. I know Maggie and Eric were going to go see it comically. But I would watch it comically. I would never spend money on it. Yeah, that quite comic. I would never spend money on it. But if someone bought me a ticket and they're like, I just want to go and laugh at it, I'd be like, all right.
But yeah.
I'm not paying for it, so let's go laugh at it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's 2 hours of your life.
It really is, yeah.
When we could just watch like a stand-up.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I did watch stand-up recently, Taylor Thomason. She's good.
I know you like Taylor Thomason.
Yeah, I do like her a lot. I like her a lot. She's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's so many storylines in this that seems... First, I love the fact that she can see into the future sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Just sometimes.
When it matters.
Yeah.
It's like...
But she still went blind.
What I didn't like, oh yeah, of course she still ended up blind like that in the end there and paralyzed by one random firework. That is the laziest writing ever. No, she wasn't paralyzed. Or was she paralyzed?
She was blind. Yeah,
she was blind.
She's not paralyzed.
That is the laziest writing on the planet. Like, that is so stupid. And then a random firework hits her. Like, don't you think that's a pretty big future story plotline? Shouldn't you be able to see that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, it's insane. What I don't get when they're doing, I understand it's like technically it's not the Marvel universe technically, so like they can do whatever they want. And I understand the comics. There's a billion spider people because this freak genetic spider accident that happened to one kid, of course, has to happen to like 8 other kids.
I know.
But this one, it's not even a genetic freak. It's just naturally in the forest. Like, or the jungle. It's like,
Amazon,
and there's other there's other Spider-Man just
people
swinging around in the jungle. It's like, what is this? Is this Spider-Man Tarzan now? Is that what we're going for?
I've never read these comics. If the comics are anything like this, then they're also stupid. So anyone who's like, well, that's what's in the comic, then the comic's also dumb.
Madam Web is the lady that is like always like usually like I know she's in the multiverse and all that stuff, but she's usually just the one like talks to Spider-Man, tells him go do this, right? Yeah, that's her whole shtick.
I don't know Marvel that well.
I'm pretty sure when I was a kid they had a great I think it was Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, one of the old ones, but and she was in one of the episodes and it was in the multiverse and she just sort of like go do stuff, Spider-Man.
I could see the future.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was like this is insane.
Also, the glasses they gave her at the end. What were those sunglasses? Like she could just.
Madam Web does wear weird glasses, but not that weird.
Okay.
You should look her up. Double check, make sure it's the person I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure that's who I think it is. I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to be.
Side note. Not like, I care a lot more about DC than I do Marvel comics and animation. I will say this. I don't know what it is. The Amazing Spider-Man is just cool. That's a cool name.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
That's just a great name.
No, Spider-Man's, all of it is like The Amazing Spider-Man, The Spectacular Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood.
The Friendly Neighborhood one.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah.
I will say, side note, totally random. I saw this, like, it was a news article. It's like, this is the dumbest news. This might be one of the dumbest news things I've ever seen. Is James Gunn's Superman Legacy's title changed to Superman. Thank God that was in the news.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay.
What poor intern was just like, this is my break, guys. I get to talk about how we dropped a word off a title.
Nah, her glasses are pretty ridiculous.
Oh, can I see it? Oh, yeah, those are pretty, yeah.
That's when she's old, though. Let me see. I mean,
she looks cool there. Oh, I guess. I've never seen that comic. Madam Web was supposed to be old, though. I thought, whatever.
Well, this is a prequel. This is a prequel.
Oh, that's right. This is a prequel to her becoming Madam Web. Ugh. What a dumb... It was just...
She was probably so much cooler. Because, yeah, if you honestly think about it, like, that's actually, like, such a cool idea for a character. Is like, this, like, future teller, like...
Sees the web of the Spider-Verse and all that stuff.
Like, that's cool when they're old and they're, like, a... sage.
Yeah,
that's
that'd
cool.
be nice, yeah.
I love when the critical drinker shouts that guy again, but I love what he's like, so she can learn the force. I mean, the web of time or something, whatever it was called.
That was so stupid. That was so dumb. I don't get the whole, like, I don't understand what this movie was supposed to, like, what was supposed to make this movie good. Like, everything about it sucked. Mm-hmm. Like, just from everything I've heard, like, the comedy wasn't good, the acting was cringy, there's some good well, I only know Sydney Sweeney, I guess, but, like, there's a good actress in there. Actually, I've never seen her do anything, but I'm told she's really good.
She's in Euphoria, that movie, TV show.
Jesus. Which I'll never watch.
It's actually, if you really think about it, guys, I know we might have some fans that are fans of that show. I have seen it. If you really think about it, it's kind of gross. It's a bunch of high schoolers doing drugs and having sex.
Yeah, that's gross.
And, like, I get it when we watch, like, Dawson's Creek and stuff like that, which I didn't. I'm just giving you a different shows example. Or, like, older shows where there's, like, high schoolers. And it's, like, implied kind of maybe. This one's, like, kind of graphic about it. They're high schoolers.
Yeah.
We make fun of it about it that they do in anime. Just want to point that out. But anime at least are drawn like they're adults.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't bring that into like live action real American stuff. Like keep that in Japan. Keep it in Japan.
Yeah, and then there's also like it's just one of those classy, like overly artsy shows.
Oh,
like
yeah.
overly artsy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell it is by the fact that like just the cover of it is Zendaya's face and it's all purple.
And I think it was at
It's like,
season
oh, God.
1. I'm pretty sure season 2, but then in season 1 there's this like random musical piece. And I remember watching it George. She's like, I love that. And I was like, why? It doesn't make any sense. It's like I hate when shows break or things just are like except for sitcoms. I love when the sitcom does a musical episode.
Yeah.
That's always great. But I hate when like
Always
a serious thing breaks like genre for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I
know what you mean. Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
It's gimmicky.
Yeah, it's super gimmicky.
And it's like, oh, look at this. We can do musicals now too.
Yeah,
So
it's like, yeah.
look at all the production. Look at all the work they put into
Supernatural
it.
do a musical?
They did, but it was funny.
That's what I'm saying. It would be funny if they
Yeah.
did it. If they
Yeah.
did it. Like, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, Supernatural's a sitcom.
Because like they did a musical, but it was actually I don't know how you did it. If they like it was maybe there was their base
It was
school musical.
artsy.
Okay.
No, it was like that's what I'm saying. It didn't fit the show at all. Like it just at the end, all of a sudden, all these people came out of nowhere and
yeah.
holding. It's supposed to be like an artistic representation of something.
Oh yeah. So in Supernatural musical, they're fighting a monster that's actually at a high school musical.
That's
like the
hilarious.
musicals had like the I think it's high school. The girl like made, I don't remember how far you watched, but you know they had those like Chuck wrote all those books about them.
Yes.
Some girl made a musical out of that.
That's amazing.
It was a great episode.
We don't talk about Supernatural enough.
that show
podcast.
slaps. Mine
Yeah.
slaps you, but it's
We don't talk about it enough on the podcast. I don't think we do.
I know. It's
I'm
the
gonna start integrating it more.
Yeah.
Integrating it more. But anyways, back
Madam
to
Web.
Web.
So we're padding this episode
So
with
the
good
reason
content.
the reason I said nail in the coffin is I am dead serious at this point. I will see Deadpool. Not in theaters.
I need it week 2. If it has good reviews, I'll see it in theaters.
I'll see it at North Park.
Sure.
I
fair.
am not going to Regal or AMC. F those places. I went to see a movie the other day. Zone of Interest. Don't see it. It's super boring. Listen, and once again, like you might watch this podcast and go, "Oh, these guys don't know movies." I don't know. I just jumped in there.
I feel like that.
That was like the basic stuff. That's not true. I love like movies. This guy took a movie college class.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so that automatically
that
checks
was worth
boxes
money.
for a bunch of liberals. Like they're like, oh, you took a college class, now you're a genius. But I do love artsy movies. Requiem for a Dream, great movie. Memento, great movie. Fight Club, great movie. There's other ones. We were talking the other day, and it was like, if you really want the best Holocaust movie I've ever seen, I haven't seen Schindler's List, sadly.
Oh man, you're missing out.
But my personal favorite is The Pianist. I love that movie.
I've never seen that.
That movie is so good, so sad and dreadful.
As the Holocaust should be.
Yes, and they have this beautiful scene where he's playing the piano in like the moonlight, and this like Nazi's watching it because he's like, it's oh my god, it's so good. But so I understand art in the sense of me. Zone of Interest is stupid. Anyways, story time. I went to the movies, and it was me and my 2 brothers, and my little brother was like, let's go see Zone of Interest because like it's up for Best Picture. I was like, I've never heard of it, and I don't care about Academy Awards anyways. Especially this. There are a few I want to see. I do want to see American Fiction. We both.
Yeah, that sounds funny.
Yeah, that sounds good. But I do want to see Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But now that I can see it, it's on Peacock, which we have.
I personally don't have it, but yes, you do. My little brother has it.
Personally don't have it.
I've stuck to it and not bought it.
I didn't buy it either.
I leech off other people.
I didn't buy it either.
Well, then we're doing all right.
Yeah,
we're doing all right. So we don't have it. We're leeches.
And the people I borrow it from, not saying who, constantly just get free accounts by using different people's emails.
Well, that works.
In their family, which
we're leeches.
Yeah,
see?
for those people, for the Peacock, yeah. But
yeah, sure, yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, let's totally go see it. We get in the movie theater. It's one of those movies because it's a Zone of Interest. No one's ever freaking heard of it. It's all in like one of those, like when you go to a big movie theater where they have like 20 theaters, but still this one's on like 18, so it's on the top floor and all the way in the back. So it's still like one of the small theaters. I don't know if any of you have been to a movie at a big box theater in a minute. I had to sit. The movie started at 2:10. I had to sit through 30 minutes of commercials. Listen.
That's insane.
I'm not saying trailers for shows. Not shows. Trailers for movies. 30 minutes. There was a trailer for shows in there.
They do that. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Man, that next season looks amazing.
I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, my God. But 30 minutes, there was Mountain Dew, Pepsi, a lot of soda, bubbly. Like, there was 6 or 7 commercials for Regal alone. So I'm not going to movies.
Yeah. Well, it just shows how bad they're doing right now.
Good.
They have to do commercials. Like commercials.
I know, but what I never
I'm not defending them right
no,
now.
I know.
I'll say
No, what I'm saying, what I never get though is their commercials about going to the movies.
Yep.
It's like, I'm here right now.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're wasting my time.
Well, why are you
You're wasting
pointing
my
this out
time?
to me?
Why did you waste the money to make this? This isn't on.
Yeah.
Like I never see a Regal commercial on TV. You know, I never
That's
see
a
that.
good point.
They're only at the
Or
theater.
YouTube, or at least YouTube.
Or YouTube, yeah.
Like, they only have
no,
50
that-
billion
They're
commercials.
putting their marketing in the money in the weirdest spots. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I know North Park probably doesn't do that because they don't care so much.
Hmm?
So if North Park plays, what was it? Deadpool. They might. They play random
It's
movies.
possible, yeah.
I don't know why we didn't see Demon Slayer.
Because we're pissed at the last season still.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like right there.
Oh, you want to do it this weekend?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Get a haircut, go see Demon Slayer, go out.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Are we going out Friday or Saturday?
Let's go out Saturday.
Saturday? Okay, well, let's
I
see.
want to get my haircut.
Okay, fair enough. You want to text people and see if they want to do the
Board
news,
game?
no,
Oh.
the play test
Play
Friday.
test Friday? Yeah, sure. Anyways, and not our personal lives on the podcast.
Yeah, whatever it is, podcast are perfect alive. That's one of the funnest things I do during the week.
But
Which is not sad to say, actually.
so yeah, I was saying like I want to see Deadpool. I'm probably not going to see it in theaters. They released the villain. Did you see who that was?
No.
I'm gonna pull it up.
I know Wolverine's in it.
He's not the villain.
That's all I know about the movie. I to your initial point and to agree with you in this long run, I don't know who the villain is because I don't care about Marvel either. I don't really care. Maybe I'll see the trailer for Deadpool 3 on a whim, but I'm not like going out of my way to look for it.
Yeah,
and all that
like
stuff.
you used to back in the
Yeah,
day.
back
right?
in the day, back in the day when the Age of Ultron trailer came out, I analyzed it for 3 hours once. It was insane.
Oh, this sounds so stupid.
All right, walk me through it.
The Deadpool's it's probably still gonna be good because Ryan Reynolds is in it. But remember, he's Hollywood also. Is Deadpool 3's villain was unknown until it's been confirmed to be the evil twin sister of Charles Xavier. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna look her up.
I don't know who that is either, actually. Twin sister? I don't know you got twin. Oh, I feel like they add family to him every now and again. Anyways, I think Legion's his son. That could be funny. It's Deadpool. They could make it. I mean, they can make it.
That's
anything.
true.
They can make anything out of anything. Like Juggernaut was one of the villains in the last movie. No, in movie 2, the kid they had, he was nothing. Nobody. We don't know who he was at all.
Oh yeah.
Remember he was the villain, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
The Cable was sort of the villain.
She got introduced in 2001. Actually, you're right. There could be. He can make. Her name's Cassandra Nova, which adopted probably. That's probably why she doesn't have the same name as Charles.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Charles Xavier was. Wait a minute. But anyways, there could be a lot of good jokes being made about it. I wonder what her mutant power would be.
Probably should always probably be. Oh, that's a good question. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know either.
Honestly,
Because I think technically Juggernaut's supposed to be his brother too.
Oh, Charles Xavier's brother?
I don't know. Yeah, he's. Yes, I think somewhere in the comics.
Why don't I just say
is-
Professor X? That's way cooler.
I know, yeah, Professor X. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Juggernaut's his brother. So maybe they could do a whole big connection or make a joke about how we got the whole family here or something like
Did
that.
they ever point out why he just didn't make himself walk?
Because he's not telekinetic. He's only telepathic.
Yeah.
He can't move pieces.
Even
he
if
could just brainwash people, just carry him around like DJ Khaled all the time.
I didn't think about this though, because when somebody in the comment, which I didn't think about, is he's telepathic, telekinesis. Even if he was had telekinesis, that would still look ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, you're just like he'd be like a puppet on a marionette.
yeah, it looks stupid. It also looks way cooler with his wheelchair.
100%. I love the wheelchair.
Yeah, when he comes, that wheelchair's sick.
That thing is the shit. Yeah.
Actually, it's really funny if I really think about it. Looking at back of the cartoon, he always looks so cool.
He did.
Comparatively to the other ones.
Yeah.
I would say, who do you think is the coolest?
Out of all the old
original X-Men? Cartoon costumes.
Original cartoon. Oh God, they all look so bad. The X-Men suits suck.
Wolverine wasn't so bad.
Did Wolverine's look like the rest of theirs?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. It looked cool.
Yeah.
I'll always hate. I thought Rogue's outfit looks stupid. I didn't put the green in there. Green yellow looks stupid. I thought
except for when it's on a sports team.
Maybe Wolverine might.
Obviously,
that's green and gold.
Technically, sure.
I guess Wolverine's probably look the coolest, but Professor X just look really clean and put together. I never liked Cyclops' original version.
The only thing I liked about Cyclops was his hair.
Yeah, I guess that's
when
fair.
he had that thing, and then the hair came poofing out.
Gambit added a jacket to his.
Well, Gambit was a completely different thing. Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna be an X-Men, but I'm gonna also look homeless at the same time.
Yeah, fair.
Because I throw freaking cards at people.
Fair. Yeah, that's what I do, and they explode sometimes.
Capcom versus Marvel. What a great game that was. Anyways,
Did you know that? I didn't know this in the old version of the show. I think I sent it out. Professor X made Magneto relive the Holocaust.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was that was like, oh my god!
I think you said that.
This guy's freaking savage.
I mean, dude,
I know he's fighting for his life. I get it, but like, dude,
Magneto's awful.
Ooh.
But yeah, so even if Deadpool is really good, which I assume it will be, honestly, just because like I feel like Ryan Reynolds wouldn't let it be bad.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Yeah, he has bad movies.
Yeah, but he cares so much about Deadpool.
This is true. This is true.
Is even if it's good, even if Deadpool's great, that to me is like a one-off. Like,
yeah,
it's just like,
I agree.
Because
like how Spider-Man Far From Home, No Way Home,
No Way Home.
That was like a one-off to me too. It's like because everything else around that sucked.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not just like sucks now.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like, no, the only thing is like, did you watch Loki season 2?
No.
I guess we got to watch Loki season 2 before Deadpool.
Okay, fair enough.
Which Loki is the only good show that. Besides,
I'm curious to see how it is.
Yeah.
Everyone says it was the most I got out of it. I hear it. The most the people I know talked about it was like it was good. That was about it though. It wasn't a confident like watch it sort of thing.
Yeah, they better hope Deadpool 3 is good because if Deadpool 3 is not good, they got to blow it up.
Because everyone was already mad at Disney for buying this. So like that would be a disaster.
Well, that and just like every like Madam Web is like so far easily though like this is like oh my like Marvel's like what was it? It was called Marvels, right?
Oh, yeah, the Marvels.
Yeah, yes. The Marvels. That was like horrifically bad and no one cared.
Yep.
This is like oh my god.
This isn't even like funny. Bad.
No, this is like oh my god. They're doing like who is in charge over there?
Yeah.
That's like this is working.
Yep.
This is working.
This is it. This is what we
got.
Like
they're losing millions of dollars.
I just don't understand like when do they learn the lesson? That like just putting social issue-esque characters and making that and just saying that's all we got to do into the movie isn't writing. It's not writing. It's not good. Writing, yeah. If it even is writing, it's not good writing. That's why it's like I'm just like you guys like this is insane. Like how just go back to making good movies. I don't care what anyone's gender or skin tone or whatever is in it. Just make it good again.
Yeah.
And you keep not doing that. And I don't understand it. It's like how many times do you have to get beat down by this?
Yeah, it's like it's
and I know
shows because like it's
not cut you off. I know Marvel's just came out, so this was already in production, probably almost done when this came out. So like might as well be on the same level when they're coming out. Yeah. But like so they I don't sorry, go on.
Well, I was gonna say it's like a good example of like it's so bad writing because that's all I do now. So it's like let's use like Nick Fury's example until the stupid TV show. Nick Fury is traditionally a white character in the comic books.
Yeah.
And looks badass as all shit. But when Samuel Jackson like showed up as Nick Fury,
he was awesome.
He was great. And no one said anything.
Exactly.
None of us cared.
Didn't bat an eye.
We were all like, cool. Until the show. Did you know this about the show? Do you know
Secret Invasion or whatever?
Yeah, do you know how Nick Fury got his scars on his eyes?
That's because the cat did it in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, the cat.
The cat did in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
The alien cat, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's how he got scars on his eyes.
I don't know if that's canon.
There's no way that's canon.
There's no way.
There's no way.
That's so
that he got his eye scratched out by an alien cat.
That's so stupid.
There's no way.
And also I was actually looking at it because that one YouTube video I was watching, we were watching is Nick Fury used to look so badass.
Oh yeah.
I understand why Samuel Jackson's version of Nick Fury wasn't doing anything badass because he was just older.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. But even, I guess, in Secret Invasion, when he was young, they just make him like a pencil pusher. Like, he doesn't really do anything. I'm like, why are you doing this?
I know. He fought in a war.
I know.
Like back then, the timeline was weird, but I remember in the comics, like, he knew Captain America at one point. Like, or like, close to him. Like, it's one version of him, like, knew him because he was a kid in the war and stuff.
God, yeah.
I'm just like, oh, guys.
So it's like, but like, that's a good example. Like, when Nick Fury is played by Samuel Jackson, like, no one cared. We didn't care. No one cared.
No one cares.
But like, when you're like, do the endgame scene where it's like, we didn't get together, it's like, oh my god.
Can you just imagine nowadays too?
And I liked Pepper Potts' Iron Man outfit a lot.
It was awesome. Yeah,
that was
rescue suit or something it's called.
That was one of my like favorite scenes of that entire movie is when her and Tony are going off together and like. I was like, this shit.
That was the best. Yeah, I did love that. Oh, it was so good. I don't know what's gonna fix this at this point. I do honestly, God, think they just need to blow up the universe and be done. Just like we're done. We have to stop. The run is done. Endgame. They said to like pretty much say everything after Endgame didn't exist. That's all. That's pretty much what they say. let it cool for a couple years, and then come back to
They
it.
should do exactly, and we'll see how it goes, but I trust James Gunn, but they should do exactly what DC just did. DC was like, they had the DC Dome, and and they're like, nope, it's done.
Done. Bye.
Like,
Gone.
Aquaman was the last thing. It's over. It's done.
Yep.
We're moving on to new things. James Gunn's making his own. First of all, that's another thing they need to do. Have one person make the entire universe. That's what they did last time.
Yeah.
Or brothers. Or like whatever, make the entire universe. That's why Disney did a good job of Star Wars, because now Dave Filoni's in charge, and he's like, I'm gonna make everything.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
Because then it's more continuous. It makes more sense.
It makes it. It's one person, right? Yeah. You don't want when you're reading a fantasy book series. You don't want each book written by a different author. You want the series written by one person, because their story, and they know how it starts, start to finish, or finish, or how it goes, start to finish.
We've rambled on forever, but. Bad movie, Madam Web. Yeah, I don't know.
Terrible. Terrible.
What percentage are you out of Marvel?
What percentage?
Yeah.
What do they have coming up anymore? Nah,
Venom
fuck it.
3.
No. Fuck it. No.
Oh, Craven.
Yeah, if that even happened. I thought that got massively delayed to the point where it wasn't even gonna happen. I don't know. 1. I'm being generous.
You're 1% into Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
You're 1% into Marvel. Wow, you're being generous with 1%.
I'm being very generous. I don't care anymore. Like they really killed my passion for this. Like it's not enjoyable to watch anymore. Like even Moon Knight, that was fine. We did a good review on that. I enjoyed it, but like overall, I'm just like, this still doesn't draw me back in, you know?
Did it get bad at the end or something?
Something like that.
Where we were like, eh?
Well, they didn't show us that. I think they tried to set it up for a second season. I don't even know that's happening. Where like he blacked out with one of it when he was in Moon Knight, and he ended up like they did a blackout, but didn't show us his combat and all that stuff. We didn't like that. And I think. Yeah, I don't know. I remember. I just remember it not being great at the end.
Yeah. I would agree with you. I'm probably like 1% also. Just because, like, the prime example was, first of all, like, they just need to stop with Fantastic Four. They've tried too many times.
Oh, my God. Stop.
Just stop. You've tried too many times. It's over. Also,
I know all the new actors look hot as hell, too, which is great, but, like...
Pedro Pascal's cool and all, but, like...
Okay. Whoever's playing the Invisible Woman...
No,
but
she's very good looking. But like Pedro Pascal, like I like him. He's good in things, but like I just don't think he's a great Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, Reed Richards he's calm, cool. He's a nerd. He's put together. Pedro Pascal's not a nerd.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not.
Yeah, no,
he might be an idiot. He seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah,
it just seems like he only reads like artsy books and nothing else. But
yeah, probably. Yeah,
But yeah. So I agree with you, like 1%. And to end the podcast, February is the worst month of the year, except for 2 reasons. One, this year, The Chosen came back.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
If the 49ers won the Super Bowl, that would have been another reason. And because one of our biggest fans, Camilla, her birthday was February 25th.
Aww.
So happy birthday, belated birthday, Camilla.
Happy birthday.
And that's all the nice things about February. Everything else about February is awful.
It's so cold.
If you live in the Northeast or the North, it's terrible. It's freezing. We've had a good February this year. Thank God. It's actually better than January.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah, this is like the coldest day we had in February. It's like 30 degrees.
It's supposed to be up to 50 tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah, so, but I always like to celebrate when February is over, because to me, that's when winter is over.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
March, winter can still happen, but you're more likely to get more 40 days than you are going to get more 20 days.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And it's like, everyone's like, nothing happens in February. And we had an extra long February this year because of leap year. Oh, God. Nothing happens in February. There's a Super Bowl, yes, that's a big event. But before that, there's 2 weeks of no football. So, like, that's already terrible. So, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just dark, cold, and sad, and no one does anything in February usually. Some people go on vacation. I think I went on vacation once in February. I just don't do
Disney
it.
World one time?
Yeah, that's the one time I went. It's like... so boring. And then that's not have any good sporting things either. Like golf is going on, that's cool, but it's not the Masters. So it's like hockey's going on, but it's not the playoffs. So it's like so all you can do is drink and be sad. And that's pretty much what I did during February. So And now it's March. And March Madness starts in several weeks.
March is great.
I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, if I could skip 2 months every year, it'd be February and April. Those are the 2 months I would skip every year.
Yeah.
April is the Wednesday of months to me.
I dump March.
But March Madness, that's the only reason I win.
I guess that's fair, yeah. I guess if I'm racing everything.
And
St. Patrick's Day.
I'm assuming that means Easter's automatically in March. Just pointing that out.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're just
Like,
bumping the holidays.
If Easter's in April, then obviously I can't skip April.
Facts,
But
yes.
if Easter's in March, just give me it's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. It's like March, I'm fine with it. It can still be cold. There's March Madness, St. Patrick's Day, my mom's birthday, whatever. And then like April hits and I'm like,
Whatever to his mom's birthday, by the way.
no, I said whatever to everything. My mom's birthday is incredibly important. Easter is also incredibly important. But then April hits and I'm just like, come on. I'm like, it's so close.
It's so close. And like, we probably maybe golf by that point,
Yeah.
possibly, depending on how the weather is.
Yes, and don't throw that stupid theory at me that would totally make sense, and I'm going to reject it immediately. That are like, well, if April didn't exist and it went March to May, then March would become the new April for you. Yes, that's true, but I reject that.
Yes, I do reject that. I reject that.
But February and April are the 2 months I would skip. The only reason I wouldn't skip January is because like you're an inevitable, like one of the months has to be a disaster horrible.
Yeah, you gotta put it somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to go somewhere because December doesn't have that. So
Yeah,
because I got Christmas, but January can be even though my birthday's in it, it could be the horrible, just cold, awful month. Does that play? That's how bad January is. Has playoff football, and I still hate it.
I know. January is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I like January more just because like it's the new year, new you sort of thing. I'm okay with it. It's February that's the worst though.
Yeah, that's why I would still skip February. Yeah. No, also the other reason why I would skip February is January when it's cold and awful. It's horrible. But when it hits February, you're like, oh, I am so done.
Yeah,
like
because you've already suffered through January.
Yeah, you're like at that point you're like, I am done. That's why I was like so glad it was gonna be 50 tomorrow because like when I woke up this morning I was like, oh my god.
I know.
When I went outside I was like,
freedom.
I was like, we're so close.
We're so almost there.
We're so close to warm weather.
Old man winter, you're almost gone.
Yeah, but that's it. I hope everyone has a lovely weekend.
Yep.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.